Hey folks, and welcome back to more Batman Arkham Origins with me, Beanie81. Now, this episode I am once again recording the commentary after recording the gameplay due to various technical issues and me being a newbie YouTuber. This won't happen often though. It'll be for this episode and the next episode, along with the last episode. But anyhow, let's get on with the game. This episode we're going to go have a look at completing the crime investigation we were doing last episode. If you remember, there was a banker that was thrown off a building by a local conman, and it looks like we've found that conman. And he's nicely glowing for us. So we'll just beat on his buddies and get a nice private audio buzz with him.
Everybody, on him! Don't attack one of them!
I'm always very paranoid when I'm playing these. It's like in Arkham City as well. There used to be fights where you had to try and keep a Riddler thug among a load of other thugs. You had to try and keep the Riddler thug alive so you could interrogate him and get locations of stuff. And I was always very, very paranoid that because it's really hard to target your attacks in this. You attack who attacks you.
We had a deal. He gave me the account numbers. I faked being a client and cleared out the account. In exchange, he gets a cut. It's a con I run 100 times. But then he starts to get nervous, tries to back out.
So you threw him off a roof?
I couldn't risk him warning the bank. I'll go to the cops. I had to protect my interests.
And how'd that work out for you? Alfred, contact the GCPD and let them know Brian Murphy's killer has been apprehended. Send over the evidence as well.
Consider it done, sir.
That's one little side quest down. What are we doing now? There we go. It looks like there's the main quest is to the south there. Can I see the flashing exclamation
I
mark?
planted 3 bombs where Gotham's corruption.
Looks like we'll be doing another Anarchy mission, however. If you remember last time, Anarchy is a extremist who's planted 3 bombs around the city and challenged bats to disarm them before they explode.
Otherwise, we'll never be free.
So we've got 3 minutes 50 to make it to the right area. I've got to say, these bomb missions have me worried. I don't know if it's just having a timer on the screen makes me worried or what, but it really, I don't know. I was going to say it's really hard to get there in the time, but I won't spoil anything for you folks. I'm sure that even the thickest out there have managed to realise what's going to happen now, but anyhow, I'll try and avoid this. But it's I know I was talking about this last episode. I really don't want to be like commentarying about commentarying, but it's really I can't say enough how hard it is to kind of think of things to say. I mean, I thought it was hard doing commentary whilst you're focusing on the fighting and stuff actually in the game, but it's so much harder trying to think of things to say whilst you're just watching yourself, watching your gameplay of it. I don't know. We'll see. We're almost there anyway. You can see the kind of the bat signal in the distance there.
No idea. Black Mask has been acting real strange.
You notice those vertical dives I'm doing, by the way, they're in Arkham City. You can kind of gather a bit of speed doing them. Hence what I'm trying to do now. Also, you tend to, if you do it right, you can kind of stay in the air for longer, due to the fact that you kind of go down and then up, and you're going up for longer than you're going down. Although you don't get to the same height, it's just, you're not going as the vertical, I suppose. Just dance around that water tower there. I've got to say, I've really been having a great time playing this game though. If you're watching this and you're kind of considering getting this game, then I would really I'd recommend getting the other 2 first. You don't need to. I mean, this game is it's prequel. Its story stands alone from what I've seen so far, and the gameplay's brilliant. I just couldn't say enough good things about. Well, I've not got enough time to say every good thing about the Batman game series. Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, and Arkham Origins, they're brilliant, amazing in my books. It's the main reason I wanted to start my YouTube channel with this game. It's, you know, I'm not just in love with the games, I'm in love with their characters as well. I mean, Joker and Batman are two of the greatest comic book characters out there, which is surprising coming from my mouth, considering I'm a huge Marvel fanboy. Although I do genuinely believe that Batman is just a Marvel character in disguise. But anyhow, we'll punch another bomb. That's a sure way to disarm it / make it explode due to being punched. But you know, it's fine. Okay, so what are we doing now? We're gonna go check out the third bomb, or are we going for the story? Just checking which supervillains I've got tasks with currently. It looks like Enigma and Anarky are my only active supervillains currently, except for those in the main story. Now, what's this? It looks like I'm going to do a little glide tutorial thing. Now, the reason I was doing this is I'm fairly confident with my kind of gliding abilities in these games after playing the first two, but in Arkham City you got a gadget for completing the different glide drills, and it's a gadget I still use. Like you'll probably have seen me use it quite a few times in this. Basically, when you grapple like that, you can double tap A, and that's what's causing me to fly upwards after hitting it. Normally if you just press without that gadget, you just kind of press A and you just climb up when you get there. You don't spring off it like I'm currently doing. Another example here, possibly. Yep. And it makes you move so much faster as well, which is really useful for those timed bits like the bombs. Okay, let's head up top. Okay, and that was me attempting. I thought if I glided off, I'd be able to get a grapple on the top of it there, on the bridge there, but it doesn't seem like it's going to work that way. But it doesn't matter because we're going this way anyhow. I know when I was playing through, I kind of got to the top of this area, saw what it looks like, and I just thought that's damn amazing. That's a really, really nicely designed bridge here. I think having the two kind of huge statues of people holding onto the ropes, that looks brilliant in my opinion. And yes, as I say that, I do kind of go and stare at that guy's crotch for some reason. But anyhow, let's get back to actually doing useful stuff, I suppose. But yeah, I do think this is a really pretty. It's very specifically styled, and a lot of it seems to have just been taken from Arkham City, which is for fair reason. Arkham City is the same place. It's you know, a couple of years in the future with a big high fence around it, but you know, it's the same building. It's the same. It is just literally just them walling off part of the city. So it's good that it's there. I like that, but. I'd say what even that stuff to me is it's really pretty. It really suits the style of the city, and the same about the new stuff as well. I mean, I think Gotham City is I wouldn't say it's a very uniquely designed city. It's effectively just corrupt. It's basically they've taken a city and made it as corrupt as they can, and then kind of focused on the nightlife of it, which is when Bats is obviously most active.
Anarchy's right, you know. Cops don't care about us. We'd be better off without them.
Guess where this bomb's going to be then? I know it didn't kind of spring on me until that bomb, when I was actually playing it, that those guys were actually giving us. I thought it was just kind of, you know, typical gaming logic. You talk to a guy and then you suddenly know where it is, but it is actually giving us clues as to where these bombs are. And Batman is just figuring it out straight off. I mean, I'm glad it's not me required to defuse these bombs, otherwise I'd still be on the first one going, where the hell is it? You know. But, yeah, because obviously he said, that guy said, the police aren't here to help us, they're just here to put us down, whatever. So, obviously, let's go look for some, for where the police reside most. Boing.
Seriously considering giving Gordon a job.
Bit of local surveillance on those guys down there. I do like that. I really like the idea of, it kind of fills in the silence, having that local surveillance thing. Just kind of, it makes it a bit harder as a Let's Play, I have to say, just kind of, especially if you're wanting to be, to really respect the game and let the audience kind of hear every little thing. It means that I'd have barely time to speak, which is why I'm really sorry I am talking over the local surveillance stuff. I don't like to do that, but it's kind of a case of, unfortunately, otherwise I'd have no time to talk. Oh, I hate blades. You'll notice I try and keep away from that guy as much as possible. I also seem to remember myself making a Wesley Snipes joke here, the actor that played Blade, but I'm not going to repeat it because it was absolutely terrible. It really was. Oh! Bonk. Looks like one of the blades is on the floor at least. Oh! The music even stopped there so that we could hear the cracking. That was brutal. A bit of a beat down there. And there we go. Let's destroy it by again punching it. I don't know. It just seems, for one of like DC's smartest characters, it just seems like punching the bomb isn't a very smart move. After that encounter, it looks like I'm taking the blade dodge takedown. That could be useful. Come on, I think I must be reading it or something. Took my time there though, didn't I? Yeah, we've done it. What am I doing?
Even after knowing all you did about the places I targeted, you spared them.
Sorry to disappoint you.
Disappoint me? Not at all. Come on down to the courthouse so we can continue Gotham's trial.
Is it just me or did Anarky sound like a bit of a fanboy-esque there? Kind of sounded like like he wanted me to come to the courthouse just solely to give him an autograph or something. Burning, yeah. I don't think we're going to be doing that just yet. In fact, I think we're going to move on to a Enigma side quest here. If I remember right. Oh no. Sorry, no, it looks like I'm heading to the main quest. Oh no, yeah, I am doing an Enigma side quest. I'm heading to what looks to be Enigma's HQ. So, whereabouts?
That's the guy! That's the guy! There's a fight!
I know it took me about a minute to find this place once I arrived, but I'm still not in the kind of. I think the problem with me playing in this in such kind of short bursts is that I'm really not getting into the Batman mind frame, and it took me so long to use the detective mode there. Although, admittedly, as I said in the first episode, I'm really trying not to use that just because it, or not overuse it. I obviously have to use it, but I'm trying not to overuse it because it does. As I said before, this is a pretty game, and the detective view really does kind of ruin it. I remember watching one of the reviewers, well, probably the only reviewer I really watched, and that's solely just because he's funny. One of his main reasons for disliking Arkham Asylum was the detective vision just kind of uglied the game, and he never had a reason not to have it on. Personally, I say that's searching for reasons. There's no reason to have it always on.
All kinds of interesting stuff.
And you think this is going to destroy Gotham?
Oh, yes. See, bullet wounds and broken bones will eventually heal, but incriminating photos, videos, emails, that kind of damage can never be repaired. Tomorrow morning, when I release everything I've got, the city's going to collapse. Resignations, arrests, deaths. It'll be chaos in the streets, Batman, and there's not a thing you can do to stop me.
Maybe I should just give up and go home then. It's, you know, just... Or I could walk into your HQ, which I seem to have, you know, stumbled onto. Ow. Okay, that may have been a bad idea.
On my equipment. It's password protected, I'm afraid, with 10,000 volts of electricity. You've lost, Batman. Might as well head home and get some rest. With everyone's deepest, darkest secrets about to go on public display, I've got a feeling tomorrow's going to be a very busy day for you.
Which is kind of annoying, because tonight seems to be an incredibly busy night.
Will let me access his server. It's the only way to stop him. Those must be the handlers he was talking about. I can use them to track down the extortion data he's been collecting.
I think we took out a few of the relays last episode. Actually. Nope.
No key, no entry.
Blocking the signal. So, it looks like this trip down was a bit of a waste. Just make sure that it's definitely locking that door, but it seems like that is. Oh, pardon me. So, let's head on back up. I remember when I was playing it, this lift ride back up seems so much quicker. And I think I didn't realise how much kind of they'd slowed it down. Enigma had slowed it down on the way down, just so that he could get his full kind of speech off. So we're done here for now. What are we gonna do? Dumpty-dum. Yeah, you did see me press the start button rather than the back button there for some reason. I'm not doing that mission just yet. I know I checked it, I don't know. But I think I'm going to go do the main story mission now. You can kind of see, that's what the green exclamation mark is, I believe. If you remember, this is actually we're going to investigate. Apparently Black Mask has been found dead, along with his girlfriend. So, let's go double check this and see if we can figure out who done it. Using what I'm sure is only going to be completely legitimate forensic techniques that are used throughout the world nowadays. Hi. Those guys are very slow to react to the guy in the big black suit. Stand up and kind of just hop around there. Oh! I did not notice this guy when I landed. I was very lucky that guy apparently bounces off mid-air.
I'll be at a disadvantage if I can't tap into the cops' communications. I should hack their mobile relay station.
So, this is incredibly easy. Almost pointless minigame, but I suppose.
On the balcony for a smoke with a menace.
Those men on the balcony, that could be my way in.
Yes, it could. It looks like that gargoyle is the perfect way to get up to them.
We found the bastard stuck a little fingerprints right by the bodies. Yeah, we got Penguin now. Like to see him squirm out of this one. Fingerprints, 2 dead bodies. He's about to do some time. Yeah, some forensics will take all the
Credit. I'm the one who found the prints.
That's why they call it first
And yet,
response. First
something
pickings on
tells
the
me
roof.
if Penguin was to do something like this, he wouldn't be alone. There'd be a lot more evidence of, like, several thugs backing him up. He's not the kind of guy to go in alone. He's not the kind of guy who's able to go in alone. He's a pretty rubbish fighter when it comes down to it. Obviously better than the electrocution. Who was absolutely terrible, if you remember that boss fight. Again, I can't believe how long it took me here to kind of find the way on. Just go wander around. It looks like the police have kind of been decorating using their police tape, doesn't it? And what we'll find out in a minute is that the one door that isn't blocked by police tape is the one that's at the crime scene. So it seems pointless. You know, oh, fire, no, fire extinguisher. Here we go. No, just back to the fire extinguisher. Yep. It's so easy to make fun of myself watching this game through again. I mean, you don't realise how bad you are at points until you're watching yourself again. There we go. See, the one door that wasn't blocked by crime tape. Either way. So, what am I doing? Oh, that's right. I was trying to find Black Mask's profile so I could just have a quick look. So, yeah, Roman Sionis. I had heard them mentioning the name, but I had no clue who they were talking about. So I was kind of just double checking it.
But why would he send me here if he was the killer? It doesn't add up.
No, it does not. So let's scan it in. And I gotta say, folks, as if
days ago, the fire and the exposure to the elements make identifying the victims difficult. The male victim is wearing a black mask, but I can't positively identify him as Roman Sionis without a DNA analysis. Something I can't do in the field.
It's just like seeing this forensic part of the game as a forensic science student makes me cringe. It's worse than watching CSI.
I can identify the female victim based on her fingerprints. Tiffany Ambrose, Roman Sionis' girlfriend, or one of them at least. She was no angel, long list of priors, but nothing to indicate she was the target here.
I mean, some of it's believable. I mean, I suppose you could zoom in on some of these fingerprints and, if the hand's in the right position, get a clear fingerprint off them. That's completely legitimate. Some of the other stuff he comes up with here, I mean, oh, there we go.
Fire
What's this?
spread as a result of a Molotov cocktail thrown into the room.
Oh, kind of like that. But no, this isn't. As I said before, I'm not here to kind of nitpick at the game. It's fiction. You're supposed to be able to kind of turn off and play it. And I suppose they've got to kind of fit this in some way, haven't they? But either way. So, back over here. This is quite a long kind of crime to investigate as well, from what I remember.
The shooter could be someone of Penguin's height. But the grooves on the floor suggest that the victim was killed by someone leaning back in a chair.
I guess the force of the gun pushed the chair back and dragged its legs across the floor, making the marks.
This bullet was fired from a revolver. Ballistics analysis indicates a low angle of trajectory. The shooter could have been someone of Penguin's height, but the pattern in the gunpowder residue suggests the bullet was actually fired by someone lying on the ground.
Looked like someone was helping them to fire the gun there as well. Almost as if they forced the guy wearing the black mask to shoot the girl.
These fingerprints are a match for the Penguin, but they're on top of the soot from the fire. The cops were right. Penguin was in the room, but these prints prove he was here after.
Did a little dance there as well.
If he didn't kill Black Mask, who did? The only thing I know for certain is that
through.
Tiffany's shooter was lying on the floor. But why?
There's something.
These white streaks are shoe polish. Whoever shot Tiffany was being dragged along the floor. Besides the victims, there were two other people in the room. Tiffany's shooter, and whoever was dragging the shooter. The location from which the male victim was shot may tell me more.
So, where was he shot from? There we go, the red arrow.
The DNA here doesn't belong to either of the victims. Whose is it? The fight broke out when someone startled the shooter. It's not clear who won the fight. Could have been either one of them.
This is really... So we've got a supervillain dead, somebody who killed him, and somebody who attacked the killer.
Intruder or the shooter.
This is kind of interesting. I'm trying not to make too many assumptions, because as I say, this is isn't a live commentary, so I have actually seen the whole thing, and I'm trying to. There is a bit of a name drop at the end here, which I'm sure everybody will get a kick out of. So there's something. That red arrow. I can't seem to target. Oh, there we go. What is it?
Fabric analysis indicates the intruder was wearing a white suit or sport
Sports
jacket.
jacket.
This fabric swatch could help identify the intruder, but I still can't identify the male victim's shooter. There's one impact area I haven't checked for clues.
The Black Mask wears a white jacket, doesn't he? But well, a white suit. But it's specified that it's that the people fighting, neither
This
of them were
DNA
him,
is from the female victim.
or neither of
The level of
them
oxidation
were
suggests
a
it's
guy
been
that's
there for
dead.
several
Anyhow.
days. If I review the evidence, I may be able to find out what she was doing when she was attacked.
Looks like she was washing up. Not to be a bit sexist there, you know. But she was around the washing up area, wasn't she? Oop, there's something. Her
She
phone.
was sending text messages to Roman Sionis about someone named the Joker.
Hurry,
Someone killed Black Mask. But this crime took place several days ago, and I saw Black Mask earlier tonight. The only answers I have raise more questions. Who is the Joker? Was he the killer here? Or is he one of the assassins? I have a body, an unknown shooter, and an unknown assailant who attacked the shooter. I need to match the DNA samples against the records in the National Criminal Database to identify who was in the room.
So,
Alfred, I need
if
access
that
to
really
the
is Black
National
Mask,
Criminal
then it
Database.
looks like somebody is masquerading as him.
That would be to infiltrate the Gotham City Police Department.
Then that's where I'm going.
Sir, you'd need to physically hack into their servers. If you insist on doing something that foolish, you'll need a powerful, non-lethal weapon. I recommend coming back here to pick up your concussion detonator.
Not a bad idea.
So, we'll call it quits there for now, folks. Tune in next time if you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, you could always throw me a like and subscribe, help this newbie YouTuber out. But in the end, the only thing I care about is you coming back to watch the next episode. That's the reason I'm doing it. So, catch you later, folks.